Welcome to the Super GT300 Online Championship. This is Carsten talking. With me today there's a newcomer, Dave, that will help me with the commentary this week. So, Dave, introduce yourself and let us know who is in pole and what is the grid.
Thank you, Carsten. I am TDZ Dave from GTplanet.net. I've been a member of GTP for around 3 years now. The grid order is as follows. Number 1, we have Kosu on pole, followed by a Filipino. The second row is filled out by Guven and TDZ. 5th and 6th is Carsten and Smiley. 7th and 8th, Tobias and Snake. PJ takes 9th. Chip takes 10th next to him. 11th and 12th is Pubes and Jonah. Unlucky 13 is Vickers. Blanked, who injured himself during the week, is 14th. 15th is Skeng, and rounding out 16th is Logic Line.
Skeng had quite a bad qualifying session. Logic had some issues that had him start in last row, but he was quite fast. Let's see what will happen with PJ in the middle of the group. That was a just start, I think, Dave.
Oh, looks like Smiley stalled it. A very tidy start, everyone running to turn 1 in reasonable fashion, not leaving themselves open but not fighting too hard to avoid contact. Yeah, everyone's filing in, it's looking good. They all know it's a long race, an hour and a half. Plenty of time to make mistakes and take damage, and plenty of time to avoid it. PJ just thinking the better of passing Snake on the outside. Guven goes wide, contact with TDZ. We're following on line with Carsten at the moment, with Kosu behind him.
This is first lap for Skeng, and I think first time he was so much packed with cars around him. What do you think, Dave? How will he manage this difficult situation?
Skeng is a seasoned driver, he's got a good head on his shoulders, he'll do what it takes to ensure he keeps out of trouble as he goes 3 wide as we speak. I expect to see him finish in the top 4 or 5 by the end of the event. It's a long race. Oh, Guven spins. Oh, 5 cars off there. Oh, Skeng misses the lot. Oh, Pubes is wide as well.
I think he gained something like 6 or 7 position in one row.
Oh, easily 5. Oh, we see contact with Smiley and Flank there. Flank injured himself during the week. He's racing one-handed, we believe. Does the WRX have the straight line speed to get past that RX-7?
This is certainly the best place to make a pass, right, Dave?
Yes, turn 10 as I call it, turn 11 to others, likely one of the better spots to line up a clean pass, as well as turn 1 if you get the run out of the final turn. Going into turn 2 as well is also a nice place to make a clean pass, as well as turn 4 is what I call it. Other people call it turn 5 before you go into the tunnel. But exit speed, as we're seeing here, is crucial to attempting as well as pulling off the overtaking manoeuvre. Nice and clean here by Smiley.
Nice pass from Smiley on the inside. Snake goes in the sand. He made quite a few mistakes, but he had quite a decent pace. Actually, I think the pace from all drivers was really close.
Yeah,
here Jonah passing and tapping Logic, but lifting off to let him through. What do you think of this great sportsmanship, Dave?
There's sportsmanship. If you've got panel of stewards, I sort of think that's a bit silly. If you think you've done wrong, you post your inquiries to them and let them deal with it.
This is Carsten. Not his best race, I would say.
No, I think he might have been distracted by some of the other things going on. Sadly for Carsten, but turn 9 is difficult to get out of. You've got to make sure you keep off the curb.
And Skeng slowly takes another position.
Yeah, Skeng's really on a march.
Right now in 3rd position, even.
Vic is having a crack.
Gavin is trying to go to the inside. Carsten defending quite fiercely.
I'd say that was more offense than defense.
I guess he was a little nervous after that mistake.
We see Jonah into the back of the WRX there, and that helps him.
Now, Dave, I'm letting you comment for a bit. I'll take a beer in the meanwhile. Have fun.
Thank you very much, Carsten. as we see Chip all over Logic here in the Lexus. Now we ride on board with Jonah as he tries to make a pass on Chip going into turn 1. Now we're on board with Snake watching the battle, and Chip goes wide. Looks like Snake's taking advantage of the mistake there. Goes to the middle of the track, entitled to do so. It tags Jonah in the back. All in all, fairly clean, nothing too harsh there. Here we're on board with Snake. Final turn, runs wide, catches the grass, keeps a boot into it as everyone does, and has a half spin on the front straight. Wisely waits for everyone to come through before returning to the circuit and not causing anyone further incidents. Smiley also gains position there. Very smart driving by him. Logic trying to pass Gavin here. On the outside, very difficult into turn 2. Can be done if you've got cooperation from the driver, but he's done the old flip-flop and tricked him into thinking something else and leaned past him up the inside. Very well done.
Okay, Dave, I'm back with beer. I brought some for you too.
Oh, thank you very much, Carsten. I'll drink that.
It's always refreshing, even while commentating. GT300 and Chip fighting. Chip had a good pace, made some mistakes. Most drivers had a good pace but made somehow silly mistakes. Karsten, Pubes, to name just a couple. Even Jonah had a wrong braking point a couple of times. All in all, Motegi wasn't an easy place to race in. And here another crash from Karsten. Less present, I can see this.
Well, I think Motegi, it's imperative to make sure you get off the corner better than you get into it, because you got to make sure you carry a straight line speed. Now with Motegi, nearly every corner leads onto a long straight. You guarantee yourself getting out of the corner, getting off the corner well, you'll have the straight line speed at the end. If you do not do that, you're a sitting duck to be overtaken. Now here we have, looks like Karsten trying to make a pass on Pubes. 3 or 4 cars in this battle. It's looking quite interesting. Ooh.
Oh, a
Yeah,
tap.
That's
Immeasurable. Going a little wide on sand, and Smiley. Yeah, he never misses his chances. And here Karsten manages to pass Pubes and starts slowly to get back position lost with his silly mistakes.
Now we just seen right there how important it is to get a run out of turn 9 and ensuring you don't get overtaken at turn 10.
A race with a close park and many interesting fights. Right, Dave?
Oh yes, so action aplenty all the way up the field. Ooh, here we go. Nice overtake. Bit of contact.
Ooh, quite rough this guy, TDZ. What do you think, Dave, about
TDZ
that?
is aggressive. I wouldn't say rough because the other car stayed on circuit. If there was any problems, you send a PM to the steward saying you're not happy with someone's actions and they deal with it from there. Otherwise, it's sort of pointless having stewards if they don't act appropriately on incidents on circuit. This is sizing up to be a good battle here, and oh, we see TDZ off in the dirt. And regains quite easily, losing a position. We got Karsten chasing Chip down the front straight.
Well, Karsten's mistakes brought him back, but somehow made his race a little more exciting, let's say so. He had to make a few overtakes. Really easy here with Chip that had a bad exit out of the turn, so an uneventful pass.
Still a pass nonetheless. We're on board with Logic here, chasing Jonah into turn 4. Ooh, Jonah's run a little bit wide. You can't do that here at Motegi because you need that pace to get yourself up the hill or down the straights, and Logic makes it easy.
Logic had a great pace here. He actually is continuously improving in the last races. What do you think, Dave, about this?
I think Logic, he's got the pace there. He just needs to find a bit more consistency over the duration of the race and probably perhaps work out his fuel strategies a little better, because he lost quite a lot of time in the 2 pit stops that he had during the race, and I think he might have put too much fuel in. Oh, we got BRZ off. That's Filipino having an accident.
This crash was quite a tragedy. Filipino had a great pace, was in top positions, had great chances to win.
Yes, yes, he did.
All gone with one bad crash.
Yeah, we got him holding off Chip, or yes, I think we got him holding off Chip. Chip's wearing him like a glove as they run off the last corner down into turn 1 there. Motegi's a favourite circuit of mine. It always provides good racing. So is he sizing him up, going for the middle? No, everything remains station. Filipino gets quite a good exit there. Very important to get good exits out of that turn. Run down to turn 2, you don't leave yourself open to an overtake. You carry the straight line speed. Oh, they've both run wide. Oh, contact. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, and they clear the track in time for PJ to come around at the pace he's going to make up both of these positions.
Seems that PJ takes advantage of such great crash.
And he holds the inside line going to turn 4, which there is no problem with that. Doesn't leave himself open to being offline and being overtaken. Good work by PJ there.
We are certainly not watching much of the top ranking drivers this week, right, Dave?
Well, they seem to have found themselves some clean air, so they're not really having an eventful race with the overtaking. They can just get on with the tasks they need to do.
This should serve them and teach them to be slower next time.
Slower. Yeah, let's add 100 kilos per car. There we have Chip looking to make an overtake on Karsten, I believe. Going for the outside. It's looking good. Oh, bit of contact. Nothing too bad. I think it's Karsten just saying no. Riding on board with Pubes here. Running down to turn 10.
Right now, in this lap, 34, Pubes' race was still great. But here he overshoot his brakes and lost position to Karsten, losing a lot of time that would bring him back in the pack.
Yes.
We saw many mistakes at night, right, Dave?
Yeah, I think people during practice during the day and lined up shadows on the track that obviously aren't there at night.
What do you think? It was just darkness, track being more slippery and colder, worn out tires. What is your opinion, Dave?
Could be a combination about those things, but I think the biggest thing is people have lined up shadows as braking positions, and they move with the time change of day, and then they're not there during the night. As we see Snake run wide, and that could have been a consequence of using a shadow as a braking marker and not being able to see it at night time. Here we are with Chip.
Lap 40, Chip versus Snake. Chip and Snake had quite an eventful race. So many overtakes, so many mistakes, so many crashes, so many of everything. I'm sure that they didn't get bored. Here we are watching Chip completing a really hard pass.
Chip,
completely
that was
thrown on the
amazing.
outside. I'm surprised he managed it.
That is well done.
On lap
well
42
done to
there
Chip.
is Kang, Gossu and Fgta. Just 3 laps to go. 3 cars so close. Impressive, Dave, right? Not all races are so close until the end.
Yes, it's always good when it works out like that, to have 3 cars within 2 seconds of each other. And remember at the start, on lap 1, TDZ was off in the field and was 25 seconds back at the end of the first lap, passing Kosu as we speak. Good overtake, good clean. Yep, reasonable overtake at turn 4. A little bit of a wiggle on the way out.
And this was a great pass from Fgta that granted him 2nd place.
Second from last isn't bad. Oh, there goes PJ off.
Another mistake on the darkness here.
Yeah, dark is proving to be rather unforgiving.
10th place was quite crowded with drivers trying to cling to it. This proved quite difficult for the drivers themselves. There were some taps and crashes and problems, but I have to say that watching it is entertaining, right Dave?
Oh, it's always good for the fans of the sport. Yeah, a couple of problems, bit of a door bang here for Pubes and Gavin, and that's all clean and fair, I reckon. Nothing wrong with a bit of grinding. And here we are with Chip, and it looks like he's being hassled by Snake. Snake's all over him. Oh, where's he gone?
The cloud of sand is never good. Chip lost his position to Snake.
Here we got Pubes all over Chip.
See, just 40 seconds to the end of race.
Yeah, these guys are going to have a battle right the way to the end.
And so many cars battling between themselves still.
It's good racing all round. Is Pubes going to have a go here? Going into the final complex of corners, it's not looking likely. Going to set him up for turn one, hopefully. Gets a good clean run out of that final turn for the front stretch. It's a long straight. Pulls alongside Chip. He's looking rather well. Brakes late as he dares.
Beautiful pass on the inside.
Yeah, and he just makes his presence known.
Drafting in front of Pete, taking more speed and closing it. And this last lap, Skang is leading, followed by TD and Kosu. In fourth place, again Logic, that is getting in higher position quite consistently in the last races. In fifth, Karsten. Now Dave, it's your turn to read the final standings.
Yeah, we have Skeng crossing the line in first place. Well done from him, from 15th on the grid. TDZ finishes second. Well done for him for his debut race and the setbacks he had during it. Kosu third. Probably should have won it given how quick he was in qualifying.
Let's just remember that Kosu had pole and fastest lap was Filipino. Thank you for watching and listening us from Karsten and
Dave. Thank you very much.
see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.